Hi guys, Vlad here. Today I will be replacing HDMI port on the Xbox Series X. So let's watch it. So we have today very new machine. This is Xbox Series X, yeah, the big rectangular one, yeah, like this machine. It's a real pain to take it apart, yeah. They went very kind of as packed as they could, and now it's a two-part board. Like there are two boards now, and they kind of moved everything closer. But well, that's how the iPhones were as well. Nothing you can really do. The problem with this repair that you can't buy a port for it. Yeah, there is no ports available currently on the market for that, and we will be doing the port from the original Xbox, the big black box that comes with a different charger. Yeah, the port is slightly smaller in the positioning there, and it's slightly shorter as well. I don't know if you can see that, yeah, but the actual port is shorter. If it give you idea, if that's give you better idea, so the port is shorter. We will have to cut out the housing a little bit so the cable fully fits in, otherwise it will not gonna connect to the pins there. Yeah, but cable should work the same. 1X or 1S ports are not fitting here because they're opposite direction. I don't know if you can see that good in the camera, but this port is direction as a previous Xbox, the first one, yeah, and S and yeah, the S and 1S, I think, or the same, I don't know, the port is opposite direction, so basically port has to be flipped different direction there. Yeah, but the first edition Xbox working, at least should be working. We will see that now. This is the first repair I'm doing. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. We'll have to trim these legs there as well. I don't have a tool for that, but we'll just grind it over. It's actually quite hard to work without a proper tools for them. I didn't have a good T8 torque. Yeah, I had only T7 torque. But for this Xbox we required T8 torque, and I had to like I had to do this with the T8 torques and knife there to open it together for few screws that were very tight. I have to order probably new set of screwdrivers for myself. And as well, we don't have a Dremel to cut that off nicely, so I will have to see how I go with the cutters. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. This port is second hand, it's not new. I took it. I have the board here from the Xbox, the original Xbox, and I just took the ports out from it. And about the information, I found out in one of the forums that in the Russian forum there that you can fit, at least other people use exactly this port to fit it there in the Xbox X series. So we will see if that's true or not. Well, at least direction is proper, and if the pins are matching there, we will see that in a second. There should be no problem at all. Yeah. So one is out. Sides probably I should not cut because we have here sides as well, and they will be matching that side there. Yeah, but top I removed, and we don't need that anymore. It was actually quite easy. Yeah. Yeah, so that's done. All right, let's remove the HDMI port. This solder is 138 degrees melting point, so it will lower this solder melting point, and it will be easier to take it out because the board is quite thick. It's not the iPhone board, yeah, and we have to heat it a lot there. It's nothing new, we just have to thin the pads there. I will leave a lot of the solder here. Yeah, that will do. We'll add a little bit here and to the side as well, if we can reach there. I think a little bit I catched. Anyhow, we'll be heating that much more. Let's try to do this. It's kind of over there. You probably will not be able to see, but I just want to catch just a bit there, so solder is mixed. Okay, now we put that opposite side. And we have here 4 holes, and we will be just melting solder there as well, adding a little bit of the low melt. I hold it a little bit, different hole. Hold it again. And that's done. So I added low melt solder to the both of the connection sides. Now I will be just, it will be hard for you to see, but I will be holding the HDMI port with the tweezers, pulling just a little bit without tension, just a like slight tension there, and heating here with a 400 degrees quite a bit, like that. And the port will kind of fall out. There is some kind of IC here, so be careful if you're doing that. But probably you shouldn't put anything on top of that IC, as you will melt the solder. Yeah, and if it will squeeze, it will kind of ruin the balls there, if it's the BGA one. Anyhow, I will try to be careful. But this solder shouldn't take that long. But board is still very thick. I will try to show that in real time so you understand how long I am heating that platform there. This is the big processor and the 16 gig of RAM in that setup there. I think it's from ADM or AMD, sorry. I will have to replace that thermopaste, it looks terrible. Let's start it to move, and that's it, it's out. Let it cool a bit. It's not that easy to get all the solder out. My soldering iron is not powerful enough for that, but we'll be using the heat gun to assist. I put in heat gun at about 350 degrees. We'll cut out a little bit of soldering quick, so it's easier for me to work. We'll do something like this. I will put soldering quick here, take soldering iron, added flux already, and we'll be assisting like this. One is done. You see how full it is already. Yeah, that's full. We'll take one more. That's a little bit used already, but should do this one hole. A bit more flux. And repeat. Just have to wait a little bit of a time. Yeah, that will do. Okay, a little bit too much, but that's not important, that's ground. Little bit too much. Now we check if we fit properly. And we almost fit. We have these legs little bit too long. If you see this leg don't wanna fit nice, we have to, maybe it will, or I have to little bit grind it, but first I have to desolder these things from there. Yeah, so let's clean the port first. So how can we clean that? We add a little bit of flux. And we try to hold it on top. Should be enough. Yes, it's enough. Same with this one. And it should be clean. Yeah, if I bend it here a little bit, we have nice connection. Yeah, all the pins are there. And this sits fine. And if we check like that under an angle, this fits as well. So now we solder it. I will solder these pins first with a big blob, kind of, and then I will fixate that side ones. I see that I have to keep the finger on the tension a little bit to make it correct. That's why I will do that first. And now I'm using the 183 solder. And I will do something like that first. And that should keep nice tension on the board. And now I will turn that around. And solder these parts. I will be using the heat gun as well because the board is very thick and I want to have good connection there. And that's supposed to be enough from this side. Yeah, as you can see, we have good connection at one side there, but here we might need to add a little bit just to feel great. It's not necessary, it will fit good anyway, but I like to see that better. Yeah, that I like better. Add here again. Nice blobs on the box. These are very big connections. You can do that without a microscope. I'm just doing that under a microscope so you see better what I'm doing. There, this side is just easier to do without that. So we add a little bit of flux there. And we remove what we don't need. Now we check. We still have here. So now we check if we have anything moving. Yeah, all set. And now we have to clean it, that's it. And we can assemble that back. So that's how it looks. It's okay, should work. I think so. All the connections are used properly. Okay, now we have to assemble that big sandwich in Czech. So I made some pictures how it is looking now. Yeah, so basically this is the picture how after I assembled the Xbox it looks. So it's supposed to be a lot higher. You see, it's supposed to be up to here, and the contact's supposed to be higher. So when cable fits, it reaches the contacts. Yeah, and we will have to cut out somewhere like that, so cable actually can fit in properly. Yeah, so here you can see how cable sits actually, and we have to cut about this for this particular cable. I will be cutting a little bit more from every side because I don't know what cable customer have, and if in case they will replace it in future, yeah, so it's better to cut off while we can, but customer will not have a problem in future if they decide to change cable or something like that. Yeah, so this is the measurement for that cable as I told you. Yeah, and this how it looks, and cable is fitted. Yeah, HDMI cable is fitted. It's not looking really good. Like first of all, I was burning with the soldering iron, bigger pieces because the plastic is very thick there, yeah, and the rest of them, like sides, I was cutting off with the scalpel knife there to make it like little bit less apparent there, yeah, as I burned them a lot. You can see here burn mark, like burn plastic piece inside there. I cleaned that after. It's looking a little bit better when I gave out to the customer. This was the test picture, yeah, but still it's not looking really good, but nothing you really can do because you cannot buy a part now. Yeah, the most important thing was that it was working, and customer agreed that I cut the back cover there because otherwise it will not be working. Yeah, and that is the test. I don't have a really good test setup, but I have a separate screen here next to the till on the computer there, yeah, and I plugged it in, I powered that on, and it is working. Yeah, it's kind of a more of a custom repair, but currently we don't have a parts and nothing we really can do. So that's it, job is done. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in next one.